Hey, what's going on, guys? It's DNL Trading back at it again. Um, this time it is my first YouTube video, so I apologize if the quality is not fantastic. I'm still getting the hang of how to do this whole OBS stuff. And yeah, get it to look all nice and pretty for you guys. But today I'm going to be diving into a little bit about the order flow, how to read absorption, how to trade it, what I look for in setups. So this happened a little bit ago. I have it marked out from about 11:35 to about 1:20 today, Friday, November 14th. And I'm just going to be walking through this and how I would have traded this. I took this trade on my evals, ended up netting 1,500, so hopefully we'll be able to pass those either Monday or Tuesday of next week. But yeah, so let's start diving into this. Let's make sure we understand the three basic concepts of what I use in order flow first before I start diving in. And those three are going to be absorption, aggression, and reaction. So absorption is who's absorbing the large orders that are coming in, right? So who's sitting passive at a level and just eating the aggression. Aggression is who's hitting market orders with large sizing, buyers or sellers. And reaction is what kind of move are we getting off of this, right? Are we seeing longs play out because we have strong buyer aggression and no absorption? Or are we seeing consolidation because we have a lot of buy-side aggression mixed with a lot of seller absorption and there's no reaction? So those are the two common things that you'll see play out, is we'll either have no absorption going on with a lot of aggression and reaction, or we will have a lot of aggression and a lot of absorption and no reaction. But so once you're able to identify and utilize these three concepts, order flow trading will greatly improve your trading abilities. So let's start walking in. Let's start walking through this little piece of the footprints here and walk through kind of what we're seeing. I'm also going to throw my trading view chart up here for you guys to cross-reference it. But so yeah, for this example I'm just going to be using ES. I know a lot of you guys know that I trade NQ and ES, but this example specifically ties to ES. I took this trade on ES, and that's why I'm using it. I'd say I'm 70-30 split between NQ trades and ES trades at the moment, but that's just because of how price action has been lately. But yeah, so let's dive into the tape here, and let's go see what we are seeing. So yeah. So price, what it's done up until this point, if we zoom out here, we can see that we have been selling off basically since yesterday's open, even. Actually, we have been selling off since Wednesday. That's on me. Sorry, guys. But even then, this is Asian open right here. We sold off up until 9:35. So up until this time, price has just been running, right? And there's been a lot of good examples of those three concepts I mentioned earlier throughout this entire trading day. But specifically, when we get up to this range here is the best example of how to trade this. So starting off here from the left, we'll read this left to right as this is going on in real time. So on ES, right here, we end up tapping one of the key levels. I got this one from the DNL indicator that is on my ES chart. If you want to see, I have it marked out. I'll put it on the screen real quick here for you. Right here, this is where we are seeing. So we can see we tap and hold and respect this level here at 678375. So that's where we start for future reference. So we see the rejection, we see the initial reaction, which is in this candle, right? So our level is right here. We see this good initial reaction after tapping it. At the time we did sweep a high. So we see a lot of sellers step in, right? We can see that over 1,000 new sell orders have been created from this candle to this candle, and we see a negative delta, right? So we see that sellers are hitting this area with strong aggression, and there's not a lot of absorption going on in this level, so therefore we get a good reaction, right? And so we drop down. However, we are not able to create a new low with this candle, right? Our previous low is way down at 747, so we are not, this is 60 at the bottom of the screen that you're seeing now, right? So, right, we don't want to be in a trade just yet. We're waiting to see what unfolds here. And so the start of this candle was a very aggressive push down. We get a wick down here, and that gets bought back up. And we can see that the buyers came back with a lot of aggression here. And so we can see the buyers are stepping in. So we want to wait and see what kind of reaction we will get out of our level that is here, right? I'll even draw this level out for you guys so you guys can see it on your screen. So here's our level at 8475. So there's our reaction. As you can see, we see that when we get back up to this level, we get more sellers to step in. But the buyers have a ton of aggression with the market orders, and the buyers right now are just getting eaten up by some high sell limit orders. Right, we got a lot here. Right, we can see that the buyers are pushing. Buyers are buying intensely with their market orders here. If we zoom in, we can see that we're putting a lot of orders here, market-wise, and price is just going up, which is a very big sign that we are getting a lot of absorption from the sell side, right? Because with this much action and this little of reaction, we know that we're waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for that seller to become aggressive. And so we get up here and we finally start to kind of reject, right? We finally start to stall out. This buying momentum has kind of halted, right? Buyers are still in the market, but you can see right here, great example, right here, finally the seller has turned aggressive, because we can see that with a positive delta here, right? And we get a big reaction off this candle. We know that the seller is starting to get active. And as you can see with this candle, seller got super aggressive. And we actually slid all the way down to 782. We broke below that level. Here's what that candle looks like on ES, is this one here. Right? We can see this huge wick down, right? And so buyers buy it right back up. And so then we see the continuation of what was already going on, right? We thought this was going to be the reaction, but it wasn't, which tells me the seller is going to turn aggressive again. We just have to catch that point in time, right? So we see it play out, see a big sell-off after this buyback, right? See a big sell-off, gets bought back up. This range here is still holding for the buyers. And finally, we have a big buy side placing market orders in, and those are getting right back up to the sellers. Sellers continue to absorb it throughout this level here. Sellers continue to absorb it until we get a strong reaction, right? And so now we're back up to where we were once wicked at. As you can see, we are right back up here, So now most of you are saying, well, you see all this going on, how come we're not hopping into a sell order? And that goes, look at what's happened throughout the day, right? We have just been pumping all day. What's to tell me that this is going to be the top? So we want to see some follow through, right? With the assumption that price is going to push back up, retrace, right? We're going to get a short and then a fake long to the actual short that we want to see. So right now we're looking for our pullback into an imbalance, into an area that price is attracted to. And as you can see here, we get a strong move off here. Tons of sellers. Now this seller is full on aggressive. He wants to make his money. And so what ends up happening is price dumps. We dump off this limit, off this level here, right here on the chart. This level, we almost had it to the tick. We would have been missed if we tried to catch this by 2 ticks. We would have missed it. But we see the sell-off start to happen, right? See it, and then boom, price starts buying back up. If we go back to ES over here, go back to ES right here, we can see price gets bought up, sold, sell off. Now the buyers step in at this level, coincidentally. Price, that would be this candle on the order flow chart. We see that, and we see the reaction. We see the reaction here. Most likely what went on here was we ran into a lot of limit buyers. So here we get our little pullback. This is what we want to see, and with a great follow through of sellers here to keep prices low. So this is our, what I would consider our first short, right? So if I mark this out here, not do that, please. Anyways, we'll just have to leave that there. But so here is our first short, right? So then after that, we get the retracement back here. Now, what I would have liked to see, what would have made this the perfect setup, is the retracement back up into this imbalance. I would have expected a strong reaction out of the imbalance. But as you can see with my quant hour settings, we actually get this little flip here at 782 flat. And if we go to the chart, that's the Discord, not the chart, at 782 is where we take our entry. So now the reasoning behind the entry there, the best way I can describe it to you guys is this is where the control shifted. That's what this is letting me know. This is where control shifted, and we're no longer in the buyer's hands. We've now turned into sellers, right? The sellers now have control. And so knowing this, we want to put a limit order there. As you can see, 2.5 point stop. So our entry looks something like this here. So 2.5 points is there. And our entry is here. And we are going to be targeting this low. We want to see price create a new low. So our target is going to be down at this low here. And as you can see, price enters us to the tick, and we get an aggressive sell-off here. Ended up taking take profit down there, and that's what this looks like here for you guys. Is we get the retracement. Here's our limit, 2.5 points stop, and we see the follow through, almost take profit to a tick. And then, yeah, and we've continued short off there. So I hope that video made sense for you guys. If not, let me know. I can make another video next week explaining some of these concepts more in depth for you guys. But again, this all happens relatively quick. So it's a lot of practice and a lot of time using it. That'll help you become better at this. And obviously, if you want to be with me, ask me questions live. We have the Pro option in the Discord along with the Elite option. The Elite option is going to be more of a mentorship style of group, whereas the Pro option is going to give you live trading, and that's with an Orderflow expert as myself, there to help you use this to your advantage. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you check back next week for the new episode. But yeah, I'll catch you guys.